Studios in New York, it's Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Tonight, George Stephanopoulos, Saturday Night Live's on a gas star from Providence, Paula Gale, and guest photograph with Andy Richter and the Fat Weinberg 7. Now, here's your host, Conan O'Brien.
Welcome to the show. Don't I smell pretty tonight, ladies and gentlemen? All right. You can't tell at home, but I have a potpourri scent tonight. Feel good about that. And great show tonight. Normally, cuckoo. Tonight, though, we got a great show. I'll tell you about that in just a second. But I wanted to start off the show with a little celebrity gossip. You like celebrity gossip, don't you? Okay. All right. I don't know if you saw this, but last night in an interview with Connie Chung, Callista Flockhart, Ally McBeal, everyone knows her, she said that she has lost 4 pounds working out and that she's now in the best shape of her life. She lost 4 pounds. That's right, yeah, Flockhart said, I can run the 100-yard dash in under 10 seconds if there's a good wind. Which I thought, feel good about her. She's... I don't know, the Rolling Stones are in the news. The Rolling Stones announced that they've changed their minds and they will not, I repeat, they will not do a concert at Madison Square Garden this New Year's Eve. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, apparently the Stones are worried their pacemakers aren't Y2K compatible. Because they're old. Speaking of old, I got to mention this. The other day in Florida, did you hear this story? A 78-year-old man was arrested after he robbed a bank and led police on a car chase. 78 years old. Yeah, actually, it wasn't really a car chase. It was more like a long, slow left turn. Try and catch me. And then last thing I'll mention, I don't know if you've ever heard of have you heard of the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum? This thing? Okay. That's, they feature, it's a museum where they feature all kinds of weird, strange, record-setting stuff. Well, the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum announced that they want to get Pamela Anderson Lee's old breast implants and put them on display. That's what they want to do. That's right. True story. Yeah, but as it turns out, Pamela has other plans for the implants. She's using them to make a catamaran, which I thought... An intern backstage, Andy, like college kid, like 19 years old, just here, you know, he's been here like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm reading the jokes backstage and I read the catamaran one and I said, I don't know about that one. And I turned to him and I said, what do you think? And he went, it'll work. And I'm like, all right. He's 19 years old. All right, let's get him out here.
What's he gonna say?
I know. I wish
you're screwed, mister. Sorry.
Well, a little honesty would be appreciated around here. I'd like to hear I'm screwed just before I run out. You're screwed, all right. All right, let's talk about tonight's show, folks. We have an amazing program for you this evening. We have a commentator from ABC News. He's also, though, he's a big topic right now because he wrote a very spicy book about his years at the White House. Here to tell us what really happened, George Stephanopoulos is going to be on the show. We also have we have from Saturday Night Live, very funny actress, really funny performer, Anna Gasteyer is on the program. Very happy about her. And ladies and gentlemen, from the hit show Providence, it really is a hit. I'm not just saying that because it's on NBC and they put a chip in my brain. It is a hit show. It is a legitimate hit show from Providence. Paula Kael on the program. Happy about that. And ladies and gentlemen, backing me up all the way, I think the best cross-dressing band in television, Jimmy Vivino and the Max Weinberg 7. What you guys do is you're... What's going on?
Nothing much.
Looking well tonight?
Thank you very much.
I have to ask you, have you been down there?
You know what? I walked by there for the first time today. We're talking about the NBC
a topless
store.
joint, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
They opened a huge new NBC store.
Yes.
Which up until I think this week, it was all boarded up, and you could kind of peek inside and
right.
see what the peacock was planning, but. Sorry.
It's the queerest thing you've said.
I know. Yeah, but
6 years on the air.
There's somebody in Burbank who's like, what the peacock was planning?
Yeah,
hey, that's good. But I walked by there. It's amazing. It's a superstore of junk.
No, wait. We got to tell people about this. It's this NBC store. It's just this beautiful I was kind of blown away. It's this sparkling complex, and it's selling T-shirts and stuff for all the NBC shows. And I wasn't thinking. I went down there, I'll check it out, and I walk in there, and they have the, Suddenly Susan visor, and the, you know what I mean?
I saw throw pillows.
Throw pillows from...
What throw pillows?
Yeah.
These are the throw pillows that Caroline in the City uses.
Right. They have all kinds of stuff there. And then I wander over, and they have a section for our show. They have a section for our late night show.
Right.
And I wander over there, and it was the strangest experience in my life, because they have all this stuff, and I actually thought some of it looked like, hey, that's a nice hat. And the guy was like, get away from that, But that's me, I want a hat. And then I pick up, there's this really tall cup that has a really snazzy logo from our show. And I said, what's that? And I started to pick it up, and a guy that worked at the store said, that's the Conan latte cup. I've never had latte in my life. I wouldn't know latte what it was if you poured it in my ear. That's the Conan latte cup. Yep. But sure enough, there it is.
There it is.
It's a very weird thing when you just see, your name on a latte cup. I wasn't consulted about this. I'm thrilled about it, frankly, but,
Just be happy,
I know.
You're on a latte cup. Not many other kids can say that.
You know what would be sad if that was my childhood dream?
Yeah.
Someday I'm gonna be on a latte cup.
Sure you are, kid. Bang. Well, I showed them, Andy.
Yeah, you sure did.
I showed them all.
Right.
Anyway, check out the store. Some good values and some good deals. What just happened?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.